Hey, it's the Riot. How you doing?
You know, I don't feel like in this podcast we talked enough about our Riot Skips Work yesterday.
We didn't promote it enough?
No, because yesterday...
we did, but we didn't. You're right.
In the podcast yesterday, didn't we mention how I think we were going to go out to go try the Starbucks drink?
We did.
We did. So it's not like we didn't do a review, though, in this podcast, but you can watch us try the new Starbucks Pumpkin Cream Cold Brew, which is available for you to watch if you want to for our Riot Skips Work at RadioU Riot on Facebook, RadioU Riot on YouTube for our YouTube channel.
Yeah, so take some time with that. There's also yesterday's taste test. Mm-hmm. If you didn't see the video for that, that's us. Some Japanese Kit Kats via South Korea. And let's see, what else did we get here?
And some South Korean treats, too.
In the podcast today, we've got a launch date for Mario Kart on phones. Mama June. Nikki and I are not hearing each other very well. Or we hear each other, but then we interpret it very deeply.
I think that a little bit of that is true. And I also think we are so ready for the weekend. And when it's Wednesday and it's not the weekend, we're so far away that we can't even hear each other at this point.
There's just nothing left. We talk, let's see, snorting your own urine, Popeyes, KFC, Adidas, Nikki's TV.
Yeah.
So did you buy it yet?
No, I think we're going to go to Costco at lunchtime.
That's a good idea.
I'm going to go look and see if there's any open boxes or no boxes for like a good deal.
You should do that.
So that's, maybe we'll talk about that more in tomorrow's podcast. But for today, get to enjoy this one.
All right. Well, you guys enjoy. Nikki and I will be right over there.
We are actually in the corner the whole time you're listening to the podcast. You don't know that.
We're studying your face for reactions.
Yeah, to see if you like it.
That one. Actually, I was telling somebody the other day, sometimes I'll do public speaking, and I don't have a very good grasp on what's actually funny, I don't think, because I'll do something in public speaking, and people think it's funny, and I'm like, oh, that wasn't funny.
Yeah.
And then I'll do something that's hilarious.
That you're really proud of.
Yeah, nobody's laughing.
No one likes it.
So it's fine.
Don't forget to check out RadioU Riot on Facebook and YouTube, and enjoy this podcast, and have a great day.
Bye, everybody.
The definition of insanity is putting the riot on again and again and expecting a better result. It's the worst of the riot on Radio U.
I want to crush everyone's dreams before the day gets started.
Well, that's the gift we get to have here at the show.
If you said today was your day, like if last night you went to bed and you're like, tomorrow is it, I am doing it.
I'm ready.
All day, every day, whatever it takes, I'm doing it. You're not getting a Popeyes chicken sandwich.
So they basically have run out so often that I'm not surprised that Popeyes is now saying they are completely out of their chicken for the chicken sandwiches.
They're just like, look, you need to stop.
So they're saying that restaurant patrons, customers are, sitting and squatting at different stores across the country to try to wait for deliveries, try to wait when they're back in stock, but they're just not going to get it.
It can't be that good.
No, I know, but I think now everybody's on board. Now it's a thing. And Popeyes, I'm sure, should be excited about it. That's something that they have became a thing.
Yeah. So, I mean, it can't be. At the end of the day, you're going to get it and be like, okay, This is what it's all about.
I'm sure it's good, but
I'm not saying it's not good.
There's a lot going with it.
It's just one of those things where for you to camp out for anything, at some point it becomes about camping out and not about the thing you're camping out for.
Sure.
I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is, and maybe you'll get it, and you'll just be like,
Obi, this is the best thing ever.
What if you're changed? What if you're forever changed? What if you walk away, and it was like, you now divide your life in half? There was pre-sandwich and post-sandwich.
Then after sandwich.
Yeah.
So for Popeyes, this was their first chicken sandwich. It's sold out, but they expect it to be back soon. In other news, a chicken factory had an unusually large order. And Popeyes will be getting it back.
How do you think that works?
What do you mean?
Meaning,
They're just probably out of the initial run of the chicken order.
I mean,
faster than they expected to have it go through.
So how do you get more? And as a chicken, is this the most terrifying news you've ever heard?
They're not excited to hear about this. It's a rush order.
Hey, boys.
They weren't ready.
Good news.
It's not
You're
ready.
very popular.
So a marketing company has estimated that they've received almost $24 million in free ad promotion from social media.
Oh, it has to be more than that.
From fans, because it started this chicken war with Chick-fil-A, Wendy's, Shake Shack, and Popeyes with their chicken sandwich.
Oh, my gosh. If you would see the tweets from Popeyes, like of people lined up around the block.
I know.
They're aerial photos of cars that are backed out onto the street. Wow.
Everybody wanted one, and they don't have any left. So no more until they're back in stock.
Wow. All right. Well, hey, you know what? Best of luck to you finding it, but I just want you to know you're probably... Whoa.
Why, are you still looking at pictures?
Yes. Do you see the one where the employees gotten basically like shoved over as people are rushing in the door to get a chicken sandwich?
Yes, it's become a safety issue for some, which I think it's wise. Popeyes said, hey, we're out. Instead of you going to a Popeyes location, they've been putting just signs up, and I think people don't believe them. So they're expecting there to still be chicken in the back.
Of course, that's what you tell everyone. But in the back, I know you have a sandwich.
I know that you think you're exempt from, everybody else not being able to get one. And so people have been fighting.
I'm an Instagram influencer. I have 35 followers.
Get me that chicken.
I need this photo, or I'm going to tell my followers what you did.
So it'll come back. It's just gone for now.
The Riot is to your ears what all those energy drinks are to your liver.
For the love of God, please stop. I can only process so much.
The Riot, RadioU.
Last night, the Keanu-sance continued, and so did my run of old movies.
So Obi just likes to watch old movies.
Apparently, that's where I'm going right now, because I watched Point Break last night.
Especially when
Point Break,
they're on
Nikki.
sale. Point Break as in Keanu Reeves and Patrick Swayze.
As in July 12th, 1991.
If you've ever watched Hot Fuzz, it's the one they reference along with Bad Boys.
You see clips of it in Hot Fuzz. And so I watched Point Break last night, and you know what? It was pretty good.
You had a good time?
Yes.
But you've seen it before, right?
Yeah, to be honest, yes, but I didn't really remember it. So I was impressed. Patrick Swayze's fantastic. You can see what Keanu Reeves is trying to do. I don't feel like he really pulls it off that well, but a lot of people disagree with me. They thought he was great.
Liked it.
Yeah. It was just interesting to watch. And for such an old movie, Point Break is 28 years old. And watching it, it's amazing to see just how, at least from my perspective, ahead of its time its action sequences are.
Sure.
Because it's a lot of handheld stuff. It's very fast editing. It felt surprisingly modern at times.
Yeah. And then really old at other times.
And then after a while, I did get, I'm just going to tell you, I started fast forwarding through the surfing.
Just got tired of that part.
They have some really long surfing sequences, and I'm just like,
That's where they didn't edit as much probably back then.
I think we're supposed to be exciting about surfing and surfing culture and all this stuff. And I was
so you wouldn't mind watching that much.
There's plenty of surfing videos on the internet. I don't need to see this right now.
So what are you going to do next?
That's a great question.
You got another classic movie done.
Yep.
So now you have an opportunity as we get ready soon for a long holiday weekend.
That's right,
so
Labor Day weekend. I don't know. I'm either going to head into my own personal back catalog, because I do have over
old
200
movies.
Blu-rays in there, or there is the possibility of, Speed is still on sale. And I thought about grabbing that because the Keanu-sance, Nikki, I'm participating.
It's a sale going on. If not, you got to text Obi and suggest an old movie, and maybe he'll choose that one for this weekend.
How are we going to define old, though? I mean, obviously, I've been watching movies. The last two movies I've watched have been almost 50 years old.
I think 80s are back works.
With this 91. So what if we say the cutoff is 2000?
2000, that's fine.
A pre-2000 movie that I should watch. Now, I don't want schlock. I want something that's really good.
Give them something.
Give me something good.
Oh, you know what you need to do? Who's the one guy? Like a Wesley Snipes or like a really bad old action movie? You should do that.
Passenger 57?
Yeah, something like that.
Always bet on black.
That's something you should go for. Like, really kind of cheesy, unless you guys like that sort of thing. Then it was very well done.
I do love.
Yeah, some cheese with it.
It's all, like, they're all, like, early 90s Warner Brothers.
Yeah, something.
There's probably even a term for it.
Something like that.
So,
I think the term was Wesley Snipes.
Could be.
It was everything he did.
Well, dude, you know where I'm at. 8772 Radio U, because I got a weekend coming up, and apparently I just want my Avengers Endgame 4K Blu-ray to sit there unused.
And instead watch all these old movies.
What am I doing?
They even make morning people want to reach for the snooze button. It's the worst of the riot on Radio U.
I actually did some looking at some streaming services. This was, I think, over the summer, because there are these services out there where they're like $10 a year and you get everything. I'm like, well,
streaming wise, what do you mean? Like you
get what? Like
you can just log in anything you want?
Basically, yeah. And I'm just like, huh? How does this work? How is it legal? What most of them are restreaming companies. And so what they do is you pay them, and then they're like, here you go.
Yeah, you can watch it over here.
You can watch it. It's fine. Whatever. They're doing some digging. Or I love these. I'll see these online where they're like, get an Amazon Fire Stick unlocked. You can watch everything. I'm like, yeah, that's got to be legal, right? $50 in the Facebook Marketplace. Well, you can technically get in trouble for using something like that, though at this point, they're not really after you. They're really after the people that are providing that service.
Because for some people, I don't know how, but some people I don't think understand what they're doing is not allowed. They just think, oh, they found something cheap.
Well, oh, yeah. On the user side,
yeah,
for sure. I
can see that being parents, grandparents,
I've had
who are
people,
excited they found this and have such a great deal. Will you hook it up for them?
I had a friend of mine that got so excited about this thing they paid for, and I just wanted to be like, I just don't know if I have the heart to tell them that they have just purchased something, and this is like 100% illegal. It is not remotely legitimate.
They just became a pirate, and they're on their ship.
Oh, I just let them have it. I was just like, whatever.
Sometimes they too late to learn, right?
Don't you want to buy one? I don't, actually, but I really appreciate you thinking about me. That's a good friend right there. Thank you. So two of those larger restreaming companies just got busted. Jetflix.
Oh, no, that is not the name.
It is the name. Jetflix.
Okay. Part of me is quite impressed. The other side's like someone's going, no, I don't. Why do I need a Netflix? I have a Jetflix. Or they think that's Netflix the entire time.
Yeah, they're like, oh, yeah, I got Netflix.
And you never signed up for the right company.
This is not Netflix. The other one is...
Is it all the actual movies or just all like B and C movies?
Oh, no. This is like, okay.
It looks exactly like it.
Let me give you an example. I Stream It All. According to this article I'm reading through Engadget, they say that I Stream It All offered all kinds of just TV in general, and then stuff that were Netflix exclusive, Amazon Prime exclusive, Hulu, Vudu.
Yeah, one stop for everything.
Yeah, their big thing was we have more TV than anyone else. It's like, yeah, you do. So it was $10 a month or $20 per quarter.
Uh-huh.
And you got it all.
So, okay, you had Jetflix. What else was there?
I Stream It All.
Stream It All. Those are the two.
So what you've got is you've got 8 people that have been indicted on federal charges, and they all got, I don't know if they got arrested yesterday or if they just got indicted yesterday. But they're in trouble. They got a real problem. So the idea
just double check where you're logging in at. I don't think any of us are doing that, but just in case.
Just a heads up.
Or check with your, older relatives.
To see what they're doing?
Yeah, just make sure, where have you been logging into?
What do you have here? Like, what is this? You're like, I was down.
Does it have an app too?
I was down at the flea market, and they sold me this stick, and I can get any TV show I want.
I want to. It's a magic stick.
It's amazing. Now it was $50, but the man was so nice.
He said also I could plant it in the ground, and a beanstalk will come out. If I climb it up, there'll be even more TV.
Well, the only difference is that stick probably does get you all the TV.
It's not a magic bean.
It's not. It's illegal, but it's not a myth.
Things are never as bad as they seem, except when it comes to the riot. Then they're worse. They're always worse. It's The Riot on Radio U.
Hey, you know what's happening on September 25th, which is less than a month away?
What's going on?
You, Nikki, will be able to play Mario Kart Tour.
On my phone?
On your phone.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's coming.
Hey.
So, you know what I forgot is it was actually supposed to be available back in March.
Well, they don't want you to remember that part. Shame on you. You know, always bringing up their negative.
Well, they just said they needed a little bit more polish. So Mario Kart Tour, well, even if you go to the website, you can pre-register.
Oh, I can do that. I will.
For Android and iOS, and it's coming. So
should we pre-register together?
We totally can. And it looks like there's I guess it's technically not a launch trailer, but I'm looking at the trailer for it now. It looks, I never played it. I heard good things about it, but...
Mario Kart, or what do you mean?
I mean, Mario Kart for your phone. Well, it certainly looks like Mario Kart. So here's what I want to know. It's going to be a freemium game. So, you download it, it's free. What are the extras that you're going to get and buy to play Mario Kart on your phone?
Well, I don't know. I mean... Remember, what was the first Mario game where it was free for so many levels, but then if you just paid a one-time price, you got the rest of it?
It was $10. Yeah. It was Super Mario Run.
Maybe they'll do something like that.
It looks, But
I still play every so often Dr. Mario, and, that's free, but you can purchase diamonds in it. So if you want...
So what do you do with those diamonds?
Diamonds, help you get extra things to beat levels.
Yeah, okay. Okay, sure. Isn't that the way Candy Crush works? Where you buy other turns or
you're buying items to advance in the game.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe if you want this special cart, you have to buy something. Maybe it'll be like that.
I would like to try to take somebody who is completely outside the culture, from 60 years ago, and explain to them, look,
you're buying diamonds?
I'm buying fake diamonds. So where are the things you're buying? No, they're not real.
Well, I mean, it's for a go-kart game, too.
It lets me push the screen some more. So you're paying to push the screen? Yeah. Okay. And?
Well, if you'd explain anything nowadays to someone from 60 years ago, it would seem weird.
I don't know. It's fine. It's no big deal.
Well, I'm pre-registered.
You're ready.
I'm ready. Okay. Mario Kart on September 25th.
Come on. You're going to at least try it. You got it. You have to try Mario Kart. I love Mario Kart.
I just feel like we're one step closer to Mario Galaxy. One day before I die, Nintendo has to do that. That was the game I loved. They need to put that out on my phone.
When are you planning on dying?
I don't know. I'm waiting.
Because maybe if we let them know, we can give them a deadline.
They need a little faster motivation.
Nikki is, she's got 2 years left in her, guys.
So please give her Mario Galaxy.
Did you just, come on. Already.
I just know that, I might be disappointed and maybe it's not the perfect game and it's not exactly what I was looking for, but it gets us closer to Nintendo realizing just put every game out on my phone.
Nikki sees this as a stepping stone.
I do. So I applaud that.
It's not
and
wrong.
Pre-register.
So, and you can pre-register now. And that's free. And the game's free. But you're going to have to buy something in it.
Bananas.
One day, a heroic time traveler will go back in time to make sure none of this ever happens. Until then, it's the worst of the riot on Radio U.
Nikki and I are just catching up on Mama June here.
I'm sorry, we just had to click on the article.
We just wanted to know. You guys remember Mama June? Honey Boo Boo? Sugar Bear?
Is it? It's not still a TV show or anything, is it?
Isn't it?
Well, she had a makeover show, but I don't
think...
From
hot to not? Or no, from not to hot? The other one is
we totally would watch the other show, wouldn't we? It's it's a make down.
From hot to not, that's just called life.
It's a good couple of years.
From not to hot, though, that's called surgery.
TLC, could you please make the other show?
Where are you on that? Do they still have a show?
I don't know.
Whatever the heck I was watching, I just saw Honey Boo Boo being mad at her mom. I don't know what that is.
Well, I think that's the entire show and has always been the entire show.
Is that the show? That's the thing?
For us, it was just a continuing article of a few weeks where the mom was selling stuff on Facebook Marketplace, and it was just talking about now she lives in a camper. But she has a house, but she just moved into a camper.
That's great. Right?
I don't know if it is.
Is it?
I don't know, because someone else could do that and it'd be just fine, but... other people are maybe having other choices.
like maybe it admittedly doesn't seem like a great idea.
Well, it seems rough, but I'll just close that article. Just a little click and it's all gone.
I'd like to have my own reality show, but I mean, the thing is, you guys wouldn't be that interesting.
You have like drama, but not on that same level.
It's not interesting drama. It's
not
like
drug drama.
It's like, hey, did I just break a sweat while I was, trying to mix up the almond butter?
No, yours would be like, why am I getting up earlier, but I still get to work no earlier when I'm trying to?
Yeah. Then they just run a little timer down at the bottom, and I'm like, I don't remember standing in the shower for 30 minutes.
The big story will be, you fall asleep in the shower, and then it's like, will he wake up in time for the show?
Work. Dun, dun, dun.
Or will he not?
Yeah. So if you guys ever wonder what the riot's doing while the music's happening, today the riot is reading up.
You didn't even need to tell them that.
I think people need to know. I think you guys should know that Nikki and I are in here reading about Mama June and Honey Boo Boo.
Oh.
Apparently Mama June has been uninvited to Sugar Bear's wedding.
Stop reading the article. We don't need this in our head.
I've got video of it if you want to see when they break the news.
Uncomfortable silences during that morning carpool? Not a problem. These two never shut up. It's the Riot on Radio U.
It's getting real negative in here
what
this morning.
What are you doing over there? Oh, is that your cup lid?
I was just taking my lid off. What did you think I was doing?
I thought you had a can of soda and you're going to wait to pop it right when we were on air. I was like, what are you doing?
No, I just, Nikki, I've got a Yeti mug because I'm now part of the
You're
Illuminati.
You're a Yeti man.
I'm the glitterati. I glitter, and that's because I just have so much money.
But yeah, that's your studio mug.
It's my studio mug, and I had to take the lid off so it would cool down a little bit because it's the double wall that keeps it so hot.
It's too hot.
So it's too hot, and I needed it to cool down.
Okay, well, that's what you were doing then. I was wondering.
Yeah, back to your negativity.
What? It's not negative if I just choose to not agree with you and I don't want to do what you're doing. I don't have to do that.
That's exactly what negative is.
What? No, I'm not being mean about it.
You're not affirming me.
You're not affirming me.
You're not.
You're not affirming you when you were buying it or looking at buying it, but I don't want to. You can't come back at me a few hours, like a couple of, how late? Half hour ago.
Yeah.
And say, why haven't you bought it? Or
expecting
me to buy it.
I didn't say that. See how you're putting words in my mouth? What I said was,
this is how I feel.
If you were interested in it.
It's still there.
That's actually what I said. And
too much.
The response was, I don't want that.
Now we're hearing each other when we're saying things. I think we're hearing it differently.
You think so?
I think so.
Because I can tell you right away that you terribly misrepresented me.
Oh, did I?
Yeah. I literally was just offering information because you said I was going to rent a movie, and she was like, you should check Amazon or wherever to see if it's streaming.
Well, a lot of the 99-cent rentals tend to be a movie that's now streaming somewhere else.
Yeah.
And they just hope that you don't notice it.
So I checked, and it's not. And just for informational purposes, and the fact that I know that you like the director, I threw that out because I thought you'd like to know. And your response was, I am not watching that.
I said, I don't want to watch that this weekend. I don't want to.
That's fine.
But you said, come on, didn't you? I mean, there was more to that. We're rewinding the tape in the studio. No, you were like, I'm disappointed in you. Why are you not buying this movie? I know you didn't say that. I feel like you did, but I know you didn't say that. I don't want to buy that movie or rent it.
It's fine.
Okay, good.
That's fine. I just feel like, you're coming at me really hard about it. And I'm a little upset about it. I mean, this on the tails of not getting invited to the birthday party, not getting me cake, but instead getting pie for Eric because it's his birthday.
He wanted pies. I asked him, and that was what he wanted.
Okay. It's fine.
I think you like to watch movies more than I do. And you especially like to watch older movies.
I do?
Random movies.
Random is a great way to describe it.
Random is the only way to describe it. And I would rather do something else. So I don't think I want to.
Like what? Late?
No, thank you.
That's fine.
Okay, good. Great.
I don't understand what's going on. I'm just trying to be a friend. That's all. I'm just trying to be a friend.
And I appreciate that.
I don't think you do.
I think I do.
I'm not convinced. It's all right, though.
Is your Yeti cooled down now? Can we go back to your coffee?
Not yet. But, it's cool. I don't have anything to do Friday night, so I need a movie to watch. I forgot that you were having a party. So I'm
having a birthday party for someone, for family.
You don't need a movie to watch.
I'm busy, right?
You have plans because, like you said, you like watching movies. Don't invite Obadiah. He just likes to watch movies.
I don't want to interrupt your movie.
We wouldn't want to interrupt his movie time.
I don't want to, and then you're mad because I have something to do, and I don't want to interrupt when I'm sure you want to just watch your old movie.
It's fine. Just leave me alone.
Which you rented for 99 cents, so you got one.
$1.06 after tax, but yeah.
Obadiah and Nikki tried their hardest, and that's what really matters. This is the worst of the Riot podcast.
Yes, Obi. What are you laughing at?
Nikki, I just finally got around to checking my email.
Yes.
And she sent me something from Reddit last night that is so disturbing.
I can't remember which one I sent you. I was going to send you a couple.
I saw so much last night that disturbed me.
Well, it's from this Reddit forum that I thought you just said you followed, so I didn't want to be like, hey, just keep sending you stuff. But which one did I send you?
You sent me a little something about a yoga master that hasn't been sick.
That's it. And why hasn't he been sick in so long, Obi?
Because he snorts his urine.
Every time
What in the heck, guys?
He has these cups that he puts like with his nose, and he just basically snorts it, and he says he hasn't been sick since he started doing that.
Here's what I don't understand. Just keep this in mind.
Yeah.
That I don't, like when you see Bear Grylls or I don't know, whoever is the guy these days, they're like, I drink my own urine. I'm like, dude, you're gross.
No, they only do that if you're in trouble. Like if you're lost. That's supposed to be a last resort.
I saw a lady that was like, oh, my acne cleared up and I lost 40 pounds and I whatever. And the secret is I drink my urine.
Well, we're not supposed to fall for most of that, but they say if you're lost and it's been days and you're going to die, that's what you're supposed to try to do.
So I don't understand why I should be utterly revolted by that. Maybe it's just because it has a Mountain Dew-like appearance. I don't know. I'm just like, yeah, fine, whatever. But there's something about this dude sticking his nose in a glass that, he has, and I quote, weed in. That is revolting. Like that.
It looks like a wine taster.
Is truly disturbing.
Like if you've ever been on a wine tasting or like a tour or something like that, and they give you just those delicate cups that you see the people with the noses, like they really get in there and sniff the wine.
Yeah,
it's kind of like that, but he's sniffing it every time he goes to the bathroom. He says he snorts a cup of his pee. So.
What?
Well, I thought I just needed to share it with you.
What are we doing?
What you've had nose problems in the past.
Yes,
did you try
I have.
everything?
Not everything.
Because I just thought
Not
maybe
everything. Salt water? Yeah.
The neti
Shooting
pot?
that stuff up there like there's no tomorrow.
We could have a potty pot. Just have that. Someone market that.
You know what, Nikki? That's your $1 million. I feel like it's you. Hi, I'm Nikki, and I haven't been sick in 5 years.
Oh, I can't do that.
It's when I discovered the natural healing powers of the body's own urine.
I know this guy's proud that he hasn't had a cold in 20 years. I don't mind. Like, if you get a cold every so often, what's the big deal? You get a few days off. You just relax. It's better than this alternative.
Take some antibiotics, weakening your body for the coming super flu.
That's what you do.
That's what you do.
Actually, not with a cold. They normally don't give you an antibiotic.
No, that's why you go in there and you lie to them about your symptoms. You're just like, yes, I've been sick for 7 days.
You have to hit that number.
And then they're like,
you haven't been sick long enough.
Okay, here. Because if you go in and say anything less than 7, they'll be like, here, take an over-the-counter cough suppressant.
Come back to us in a few
tomorrow after you're still sick.
Well, I just thought I would share the story, though, in case, it sparked something.
Oh, it sparked something, dude. I'm sparked.
Giving every novelty food the publicity it so blatantly desires. It's The Riot on RadioU.
Nothing says Kentucky Fried Chicken like Kentucky Fried Chicken substitute. And that's
nowadays, people don't mind a little substitute.
A little something on the side.
And I guess we don't mind when our chicken is sold out. So it seems to be everywhere.
So on, what was yesterday, KFC in Atlanta unveiled their
Beyond Fried Chicken.
Beyond.
So it's basically like the Beyond Burger, but this is fried chicken substitute.
Something I didn't know is the location where they were going to be selling it. Like, they did it up big. There's a huge billboard above it. They also, KFC is normally red and white.
Yeah.
And so it was green.
It's like a neon green, which matched the color of the bucket and the press that they were sending out.
And there you have this white and green. Like, it's just an odd look. It feels like you're looking at KFC in another dimension.
Well, I mean, they did it the right way. They wanted to see if people would be interested in a fried chicken alternative.
Well, just like Popeyes,
they
sold out.
So they sold out in less than 5 hours, and that was yesterday at the one location in Atlanta.
So if you look at it, you can find some pictures of it. People are lined up to get it. And to be honest, and I could be judging, I don't feel like everybody in this line is there because they need a chicken substitute.
No, they just want to be there for the moment.
A part of the fun. I think these are influencers trying to grow their brand.
So KFC sold as much of the Beyond Chicken as it typically sells their popcorn chicken in 1 week. They sold that amount in the less than 5 hours.
So what's the deal with the popcorn chicken? Is that like their...
No, just showing you the amount,
okay.
like they sold would be equivalent to about a week's worth of the popcorn chicken.
A lot of people buy popcorn chicken. Are you guys out there getting popcorn chicken right now?
That's all they had because it is kind of like popcorn chicken.
Oh, it is?
It does. It doesn't have a bone. It's not anything. It looks like a popcorn chicken.
Well, from the photos, it's honestly hard for me to tell scale. So how big is that piece of chicken?
But that's how it's coming to you. So KFC is going to study the results from yesterday to decide if they want to do a larger test or actually do a full rollout if they want the Beyond Chicken, the Beyond Fried Chicken to be nationwide.
Here's the question that you kind of need to ask yourself is why'd they choose Atlanta? Think it through. Atlanta is the home for the Center for Disease Control. So if the Beyond Chicken did result in some sort of an aberrant zombie outbreak-like occurrence...
I don't think so.
They're right there near the CDC to get it locked down.
Just in case?
Just in case. Yeah.
I think they need to jump on it because, for every other fast food place, they're really hyping up the Beyond or the other alternative hamburgers. So they should strike while everybody else is doing it.
Yeah. I don't think these are going to... maybe this lasts for a while, but I don't think that as a whole, society is going to be into replacement chicken.
Depends on how good it is. What if they taste amazing?
I would like to know cost effectiveness. How much did it cost to get it? Because at the end of the day, and everyone hates this, but I got in a rather spirited discussion with someone about this at one point, and I think that until you make it economically viable, nobody cares.
Well, if you're a chicken place and you're selling something that's not chicken, that's an alternative, it should cost less. But
you're a sweet kid, Nikki.
I'm sure KFC is not charging less for the alternative.
You're a sweet kid.
Which really, the point is to make it more economical, better for the earth, better for us. And I don't feel like all the alternatives we're getting check all those boxes off.
You say so. Knox Hamilton.
But maybe it's delicious. Maybe it's super good.
Yeah. Do you guys have some Beyond honey mustard that I can dip it in?
Can you have that? No, you can't.
Using advanced technology, we've digitized and transcoded Obadiah and Nikki into a purely digital format. This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
Nikki, it's the brand with 3 stripes.
Adidas.
My Adidas.
If I'm wearing something, it's probably Adidas. I do like it.
I got a pair of Adidas shoes on right now.
Nice.
I have been wearing these shoes for 2 years.
Great, and they're still good?
I don't know. You know what? Here, you tell me. Look. Here, just look at them.
Let me see the inside. Let me see this. It looks good. If you look at the back, right?
like this back.
Yeah, you can tell.
You can tell that they're kind of old.
Well, and it's the design because like the heel part, starts to just show some of the
wear and tear.
When it starts to mold to our feet.
No, that's when they're getting good.
I know.
That's when they're actually getting good.
You're right. But then they say that's when it loses like whatever support it's supposed to be offering you.
Look how you can see where my foot bulges out here and it wrinkles up there.
So maybe you should have taken your shoe off.
No. To me, that's when you're at Sambas or these are called Hamburgs.
It's just getting good.
That's when that shoe is really getting good, man. You finally worn it in after 2 years of wearing it. What's wrong with me?
It's fine. It still works. I mean, it's still functional.
Hey, man, I like these shoes. I'm going to wear them. But I apparently now am a big supporter of Ninja because Ninja just became the first professional game streamer to be a part of the Adidas family. They are sponsoring him.
They're sponsoring him?
Yeah. Athletic brands?
Why not?
Sponsoring esports?
Yeah, but we're all...
athletes?
No, because we're all wearing it, and most of us are not athletes, so it's not...
Oh, speak for yourself. I'm a huge athlete.
We're not, so I don't think that's weird. They're just trying to hit the everyday gamer. So they want just someone who's watching Ninja to wear Adidas.
So here we go. They say that they want to support creators who show dedication to excelling in their field.
We're here.
Yeah. Yeah, we are.
We really match the statement right there.
Adidas says that it will continue to find new ways to support the 2.3 billion gamers across the world. So they're just like, hey, this is an untapped market.
What if there's a gamer shoe that they come out with or gamer wear? Don't know what it would be, but
what would it be?
Not like in a pandering way, but like an actual way.
Well, there's no. Okay, I'm sorry.
We have yoga pants and just like tights and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, what do guys have? Just sweatpants?
Oh, I thought you were talking about us. I have yoga pants and tights.
Well, okay, for everybody else who maybe doesn't have that, like what's a comfy pants for people who sit and game who don't want to just wear sweatpants?
I will tell you that when I go home at night, if I'm going to play video games, they're actually all Puma stuff, but I have Puma pants and shorts that are, they're not sweatpants, but they're like
athleisure.
Yeah. That's what they are. They're activewear.
Activewear for the everyday person.
So I wear my activewear while I lay on the couch and play Xbox.
So why shouldn't Adidas look into making sure that they're pushing a line to that style?
I guess.
Even more than they already are.
I guess. I'm
we
not
all want
saying
to look athletic.
If you look at actual professional gaming, forget about streaming, but like competitive gaming, there really is an athletic element to it, but not in the way that you think. It's this weird hand-eye coordination. Like literally in some cases, like how many times can you click a mouse per minute?
Sure.
How fast is your index finger? Stuff like that where, so what do you get? Like an index finger glove? You know how you see people with
fingerless gloves?
Like how they have sleeves? What if this is like a compression glove? For your finger.
That's the stuff that maybe they're working on. Tiffany, I like her text. Gamers don't wear clothes. That's not true all the time. They have to wear something sometimes.
I see what you're going to, but I'm still wearing. I'm wearing clothes, but I'll tell you this: I'd probably change clothes if I went out into public.
Yeah, it's not like outdoor clothes. It's not public one.
It's really screaming. I need to do something with my life.
Well, congratulations to Ninja. The only time I ever hear about...
He needs some more money.
The only time I ever hear about Ninja is about something that he's done that's going to make him... When you read about the article, you're like, how many millions did he get for that? And that's the only time I hear from him. He's doing a lot of good deals lately.
Good for him. You know what, Nikki? You and I are about to sign a big deal with... we don't want to mess it up.
We don't want to disclose it, right?
Until it's done.
I gave during the last fundraiser, and all I got was this crappy morning show. This is The Riot on listener-supported Radio U.
I can't tell you. I'll show you later, Nikki.
Okay.
That's really something. I'm still thinking about Mystery Science Theater, but we have to move on.
Yes.
Okay. So, Nikki, I want you to imagine for yourself, if you could, what do you think hell on earth would look like? I have
some examples, but I don't know if I want to share them with everybody because, we all dislike what we dislike.
Yeah. Imagine you are in a country of 1 billion people and there's one Costco and it just opened.
and you just need one item.
You just need one thing.
And you have to get in
You're
there.
out of peanut butter, and you've got to get in there to get the 2 jars of peanut butter.
Yeah, we've all been to Costco where it's kind of like that.
So you think to yourself that right now the big riots are happening in Hong Kong. No. That's not where the protest is. You need to get some of these pictures of Costco in China.
Is it bad?
They have, I'll send it to you. They have one Costco.
In all of China or where?
In all of China.
No. They must have. I'm sure it's true, but it's shocking to me.
So the first day.
Whoa! Why?
They had to shut it down because there were so many people. They were like, all right, we can't. We're like, we can't have this. It has to stop.
This was the inaugural mainland China outlet. It was the first time they had such bigger crowds than they thought. It's in a area of Shanghai, and they had to close it down early, like Obi said.
Oh, it looks like a nightmare.
They said in the early afternoon, they'd no longer allow any more customers because it was just overcrowded.
You have to scroll down and see the woman that's working at the deli screaming at people.
just yelling.
You can see her just like, shut up!
Oh, I mean, that's the hot chicken area. You want that chicken. That's the bird area.
This is insane. Like, it literally, look at the sea of humanity of people just like crawling all over each other.
Now, I know it does look crazy, but I've been to our local one on a weekend when that's exactly like it looks like. It doesn't
look that bad.
It is still bad.
I completely agree with you. It's bad.
We have 3 Costcos in our immediate area, and we need more because it's always crowded.
I'll tell you what this reminds me of. When it was a couple years ago, there was a big winter storm that came through, and it knocked out the power like 3 days before Christmas. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it was like, it knocked out power just all over the place. And so all of these people that needed to do last minute shopping
anyways
couldn't.
Yeah.
And so I went with my dad on Christmas Eve, like when the electricity had come back on, he needed to buy something. We went to a store and it was just like
Madhouse.
No. Christmas is on the 28th this year. Like, we're not.
Everyone's ready for it.
We're not doing this. Like, there's just no way we're doing this. It reminds me kind of that.
Yeah.
Except there's no Christmas music playing.
Well, you just have to find your local Costco. You got to find the time. The time where everybody's like, no, it's going to be too busy. I always pick our local college football team.
Sorry, I'm just trying to
I always go during games.
Shut up.
Oh,
you
yeah.
do not.
It's the best time. You should do all your shopping during that.
Wait, are we talking about college or are you talking about like
college.
a football Friday night?
No, college games. You don't need to watch it live if you don't want to. And then you go do your shopping. Then you come back, you watch the game, and you didn't have to have any crowds.
Hey, in fairness, I talked to a local police officer. Mm-hmm. He told me that even the crime rate drops
during game time.
When football's on. He was like, yeah. He's like, the amount of calls we get to dispatch is like less than half during the game.
So why not go then?
Then they get it all out.
Well, that's impressive looking. That are some crowds.
So, Nikki, you want to go to Costco?
That sounds good. We're always up for a trip for Costco. Little lunch. Who wants a hot dog lunch?
I go over there and eat like it's a restaurant. $1.99 for a piece of pizza. I'm good.
If you're looking for all the funny moments you missed during the riot, we apologize. You won't find them here. There weren't any. This is the worst of the Riot podcast.
Quick poll here, 877-2 RadioU.
I want people to think it's about something important first, so you get your phone ready.
Yeah, so get ready. This is a really important question.
We need to field something at you, and then when you hear what we're fielding, you'll just be disappointed.
Do you guys think that Eric and Nikki should get a 70-inch TV?
I think we should.
I think you should, too.
I think the time is right. There was a really super good deal on one yesterday, and I think you could still get a pretty good deal to move forward on one like today, even though the one yesterday's over with. Or I want to start looking towards it.
I can't believe I'm going to use the word cheap, but remember, that's all relative.
Yeah.
But how cheap a 70-inch TV is now compared to what it used to be. I mean, like, Vizio and LG are both pushing 70-inch TVs, and if you dig hard enough, you can find them for between $500 and $700.
That seems to be the sweet spot of some of these sales.
That's crazy. Now, I bought mine for, a little over $400, thanks to Eric in an open box deal.
That's what I feel like I should go look for today.
You need to go see if you can find an open box.
Yeah, do an open box or a no box.
That seems like a great idea.
I can carry it. We don't need no box.
Andrea says no, just sit closer to the screen.
Now, that's not what we're looking for. Yeses only. Not that.
Billy says anytime the lady wants a bigger TV, you know it's time.
You got to jump on that.
I'm telling you.
I took yesterday the measuring tape and I tried to map it out on the wall. Yeah. I think it would look good, but I don't want it to be like you can get too big of a TV for the room. I know that's not a popular statement.
I know people say that, but
I haven't experienced it yet.
No, I've never gone into somebody's house and been like, boy, the TV's really too big.
It's not a bad thing.
It's just too big.
Well, we have a fireplace, and so mine's mounted above it.
Okay.
And then I have windows on the side that kind of have molding. So there is...
You've got mold? You should get that looked at.
But, crown, like... molding around it. Yeah, no. So I only have so much space and it still fits just fine, but I'm afraid it would it look too big?
I still don't understand the too big
compared to the room size and stuff. And it's hanging too big. Okay, is it too big? So a yes or no, should I start that process? Should I move into a 70-inch
Well,
TV?
go ahead. Let's see. Andy says go big or go home.
I like that.
Yeah. So, and Nikki, you're going to be at home, so you're going big and going home.
It's the best of both.
So that's great.
All right. Well,
I'll say I have a 70-inch TV in my basement. As I said, it's probably one of the proudest deals of my whole life.
You had an amazing deal on yours.
I did. It was absurd. And I sold my existing TV, so when it was done, I paid almost nothing for it at all.
And Eric brought it to you. You had delivery.
It was white glove service, man.
You had everything.
Eric literally brought it out to my house.
Because we found it.
So far above and beyond the call of friendship. So ridiculous. And I have loved it. Loved it. I've had so much freaking fun with that TV that it's ridiculous.
Now, Rob recently bought an 86-inch TV. Is 70 enough? Should I go bigger? Or
I can tell you right now that there was a time when I was just like, no, I'm not going to get anything bigger than this. But I'll tell you, in a couple years, when it goes from like I can get an 80-something inch TV for $500, I'm doing it.
Ooh, let's see. Kyle sent a screenshot of his. Kyle, your TV looks nice. That looks good.
So, wait, no, that's Rob.
Oh, Rob, you sent yours. That looks really good. See, that fits on his wall. That looks very nice.
That's an 83-inch TV?
86.
86 inch? It's big? It's nice?
When it's bigger than the furniture below it, like the console unit that you can put underneath it, well, you picked a big TV.
My TV barely fits.
Oh, on yours?
Where Alyssa says, how far away from the screen are y'all sitting? I don't know.
It's a normal amount.
8 feet, maybe?
Like a sofa to the fireplace.
I mean, let's be clear. It's big.
Yeah.
But that's what I want.
Yeah. You just want that.
I know. You're like, well, why do you want it so big? I do. And you know what? I'm not kidding when I say this. I'm nearsighted. So the bigger the TV is, the better it looks to me.
It's medical. You need it.
Even with my glasses, I'm just like, yeah, I'm seeing details. I'm loving this.
How about an LG 86-inch 4K Ultra HD LED LCD? That's what Eric just sent me.
Yeah. What is that, $4,000?
That's not on sale. Well, actually, it is on sale, but it's not like the sale we were talking about for the 70-inch. That's $2,000. That's too much.
Oh.
But it looks good.
But, Nikki, what about your happiness?
Can I put a price on that?
What you should do is put it on your credit card and pay a really high interest rate on it.
No, I get that cash back, too, from Costco.
Oh, yeah. 2% cash back at 18%.
Hey, so what do you think of Obadiah?
The truth is, he's not a very nice person.
Okay, well, what about Nikki?
The very best there is.
You're listening to The Riot on RadioU.
Avengers money paid for all of this.
There's a lot of Avengers money.
There is. I mean, what do you got? $1 billion? The Russos, those guys directed all my favorite Marvel movies. Captain America Winter Soldier, Captain America Civil War, Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame. I mean, these guys are the finishers. They came in and brought it all together.
They seem to have a look, because, I'm not going to say not like all Marvel movies all look really good, but the ones that you all mentioned seem to hold, for most people, the top spots.
Captain America Winter Soldier is still my favorite Marvel movie. Like, I loved Endgame and Infinity War, like all that stuff, but Winter Soldier to me was the one where it was just like it was different. It's a little more grounded as a movie can be about 3 flying aircraft carriers.
I'm glad you pointed that out.
I mean, but again, verisimilitude, like the rules of its own story. And so it it established rules. It stuck with them, and it was very much smaller in scale in a lot of ways. I absolutely loved it. And so what did Big Avengers buy? Well, Anthony Russo, one of the Russo brothers, because there's two, he just went ahead and bought himself a mansion. And let's see, it was just shy of $16 million.
That is so much money for a house.
Yeah. Apparently,
or even if it's a mansion, if you want to call it.
12,720 square feet.
Wow.
12 beds, 10 bathrooms.
That's a lot.
Bathrooms.
So, do you think someone
it would take you several days
to get through them all
of eating constantly to use all the bathrooms?
So, do you think at like $16 million?
I'm drinking a lot of water. I'm trying to get to all the bathrooms.
You think they're paying cash or like do they have a mortgage? And if so, what's the monthly payment on that?
In this particular case, I'll bet they bought it outright.
I doubt it. I don't think they would sink all that money in that.
I don't know.
So you're talking like, hey, here's your $50,000 a month payment, or is that not even enough?
I have no idea. I mean, I'm sure I could grab us a more. You know what? Here we go.
A mortgage calculator?
Mortgage calculator.
I want to know, what is he paying each month?
Okay, so let's see.
Now, he put some money down, I'm assuming.
Okay, it's $15.5 million. So what do you think he put down?
I would probably say maybe $5 million if he took it down to like 10.
So
let's say $10 million.
So we're mortgaging $10 million.
And I don't know what the rate
now,
is.
According to Google, the mortgage calculator, they're saying a 3.92%.
We'll go with that.
Okay. And are you going to 30 or a 15 year?
I bet he's doing 30. Most people do 30s. Though you should try for a 15, or you just make a extra payment every year.
So, okay. Well, if he's doing a 15, $73,000 a month. Now,
a lot. If he's doing a 30.
If he does a 30, that's going to be $47,000 a month.
Wow, $47,000.
Now, keep in mind, that's not including taxes,
property tax stuff, your just cost of living in the house.
Do you pay PMI on a
I don't know.
$8 million loan?
This is how you can tell we don't have that money, because we're like, well, how do you actually afford that? How are you living in it? He's not cleaning it. You got to have people clean the house. Take care of the cows.
Oh, yeah. That place is an economy unto itself.
He's not mowing. I'm sure he has landscapers, crew, a team of people.
What if he's like, I take care of this place?
He can't. At a $16 million house, it's just not done.
No. So $47,000 a month. No big deal. It's always exciting to see somebody, a small part of their budget is more than you make in a year.
It's your salary.
Yeah, that's it's exciting to see that, right?
Now, we're happy for him if he found his dream home. Okay, no one would begrudge him that. Very happy for him. And may that inspire him, as our homes and apartments should, to go out there and make the next big Marvel movie.
Hey, man, if I'm paying $16 million for a house, that's it. I'm done. I'm just like, you know what? I don't want to get inspired to leave. I bought this place so I could be inspired to stay.
It's just hard because, like, if you've ever been to LA and if you've seen some of these homes, they're nice, but yet at $16 million, when you're outside of that area, you think it would buy you like a huge island or this huge thing. And when you get there and you actually look at them, they're impressive, but they're not. It's not quite what. It's just everything's so expensive.
I'll tell you exactly what I would do. I would take $6 million, buy myself a jet.
Yeah.
And then for $10 million, I would find somewhere in the Midwest where property was super cheap.
And buy the state.
I would build something that looked like a Disney World ride.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, yeah, but that's my house.
Like our homes, if you pick them up and move them into that area,
they would be multi-million-dollar homes, which is absurd.
They're not really multi-million-dollar homes. But so if you think about at $16 million,
a nice place.
He's only 6 times as nice as what your house would be if you moved it over there.
Hey, mine. I got a half partial finished basement. That's pretty cool. And there's a half bath down there. So if you need to go to the bathroom, you don't have to go up the stairs.
You're practically at 10 bathrooms like this guy's house.
The Riot. Not everyone's a fan.
I wonder whose idea this was.
RadioU.
Many of you are no doubt unaware of Nikki's affinity for Mortal Kombat.
I don't know why. I always enjoyed playing the game growing up, and
she likes to scream, Mortal Kombat!
Followed by the techno track that goes with it, and right. I just like it.
Well, Nikki, the good news is they're making another Mortal Kombat movie.
They are?
The bad news is I know you wanted to play Sonya Blade, but they've already cast her.
Oh, you have your heart set on a role that you feel like you could really bring something to, and then you just don't get it.
Yeah, so what we've got here is Jessica McNamee, who was in The Meg. She's an Australian actress. She's going to be Sonya Blade.
Sonya Blade.
And then Kano, who they have also just cast, is Josh Lawson.
Okay.
Do you know who that is?
It's not someone we're familiar with.
I'm not.
Maybe sometimes if you see their picture, then you are, but right. These are not familiar people.
Oh, I'm sorry. Josh is actually the one that's from Australia. Jessica McNamee is not. So Josh is going to be playing Kano.
Great.
And they're all excited. You know what? This just goes to show you that I'm not actually the right person for the Mortal Kombat movie, because the person they interviewed here is so excited that it's going to be it's going to be an R-rated film.
You have to say the quote, though, so that they said.
It will finally, for the first time ever, fatalities will finally be on the big screen.
Fatality.
I know that's like a hallmark of the Mortal Kombat thing, but
not in the movie. Like, if you've ever seen on Netflix, there's 2 Mortal Kombat movies. Like, I don't know if they're still on there, but they're cheesy, they're old, and so they were done in such a way that fatalities weren't anything graphic.
Right.
But when you play the game, you're like, what happened? Like, you're sad at some of the ways they show these kills.
Well, Nikki and I, again, suffer from the ability to laugh at things that aren't really funny. We should be like, this is an outrage!
Yeah,
and instead we're giggling.
It's like they, one of the fatalities are they're like ripping a heart out, putting it on the shelf, like doing all these things to it.
Stuff.
And they're like, what'd I just see? But they've never shown that in the movie, and now they're going to.
I land on the side of it's funny as a game.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny, but like, I don't want to see a live action representation of a fatality. It's now, listen, I'm just talking for me.
I feel like it's going to be a lot like if you saw the most recent John Wick movie with all the like knives to the head and stabbies
so much
and stuff.
Stabbing.
It's going to be
much stabbing.
And why did you just do? It's going to be a lot like that. I would think it would be.
And yeah, that last John Wick, why did he keep stabbing him like that? Why'd you do that?
And then you're sitting here going, well, I would think we'd be done by now, but we're still stabbing.
I think you got him.
That's how I think fatalities will probably come across. For Mortal Kombat.
You know what?
Well, your mind is looking at it going, this isn't real, but it does affect you.
Sure does look real.
I know, it does affect you a little bit.
I sure am a little scared right now.
So the film will be directed and produced, let's see, Simon McQuaid, and then the producers, James Wan, which does Saw and Aquaman, and then there's a few others.
Oh, yeah, James Wan directed Aquaman, actually. And he directed one of the Saw movies, too, I think.
It will be...
Great, that's what we need, the Saw aesthetic. Now in a Mortal Kombat film.
With Aquaman thrown in there.
Oh.
Should be perfect. You have to wait. It'll be in theaters March 2021.
Man, I hope the Earth is still here then.
Yeah, you don't want to... Let's promise each other. Ready?
We're going to stay in shape.
We're going to live long enough.
We're going to take care of ourselves.
And take care of our bodies so that we can live long enough to see Mortal Kombat in 2021.
For the record, I do want to go see Mortal Kombat. If I'm going with you.
I know.
I'm just telling you.
We'll still be doing the show. We'll still be everything.
If I'm going with you. Like, that's all I got to say.
This was the worst of the riots, and we'd like to congratulate you on having the stomach to stick around to the very end. The Riot exists because Radio U exists, and Radio U only exists because of your support. Find out more and give now at RadioU.com/donate.
From hot to not, that's just called life.